Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Mariana's Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sakurako Halstead.
And I'm Dan Shore. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories.
A case on sexual abuse of a minor in the second degree ends with a jury verdict.
Also tonight, leaders in the CNMI from both public and private sectors meet to discuss the state of the economy.
And a former police officer is back in court with charges including assault with a dangerous weapon and misconduct in public office.
In sports, a mister who's working his way through volleyball championships takes another win.
Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
The new Big Arch sauce is so delicious. You'll wonder if they named the sauce after the burger or the burger after the sauce. The Big Arch, the most McDonald's burger yet. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Just a short flight from Saipan, adventure is soaring high at the Hilton Guam. Guam Adventures invites you to take flight on our zipline adventure, a breathtaking ride where the ocean sparkles below and the island breeze rushes past your face. Glide over tropical gardens, feel the thrill of the drop, and capture that perfect view. This is one experience you'll never forget. Show your CNMI driver's license and we'll even throw in snorkeling at one of the best spots on Guam, because adventure shouldn't just lift your spirits, it should lift you right off the ground. Book now and take your trip or layover to new heights. We can even pick you up. Book now at guamadventures.com.
I love Mariana's Coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Hafaday, Terawami, and good evening, Commonwealth.
You're watching the Channel 2 News on March 11 from our studio on Capitol Hill.
The Saipan Chamber of Commerce hosts the Economic Forum 2026. At Kensington Hall in the Kensington Hotel, the Saipan Chamber of Commerce invites government and business leaders to joint discussions about the state of the economy, past, present, and future. Joe Guerrero.
We're holding the fourth annual Economic Forum at the Saipan Chamber of Commerce, and it's a chance to come together as a community, as a chamber, and hear from subject matter experts on different areas that we've put together, from tourism, military in the Marianas, infrastructure. And we've invited subject matter experts from those areas to share what their agencies and what their organizations are doing.
There are forum panels on tourism, economic diversification, workforce development, infrastructure, and the U.S. military in the Marianas.
Every year we invite the leaders because we're a firm believer that the government and the private sector have to work together, cannot operate in isolation, where we need each other. Government needs the private sector for taxes, right? Like taxes you and I pay. And the private sector needs the government to provide a fair playing field and enable some of the policies that help spur development.
On the tourism panel, Jamaica Tyaron, Managing Director of the Marianas Visitors Authority, shares tourism industry challenges.
Stabilizing and increasing air service to our islands. Second, growing visitor demand by targeting niche markets like sports tourism, cultural exchanges, diving, golf, and dark sky experiences. And third, improving our visitor experience by developing and promoting tourism products and addressing the maintenance and upkeep of our basic facilities.
Congressional Representative Kimberlyn King-Hines gives federal perspective on multiple panels.
I wish that I could come here today and say, listen, the federal government has said Annex 6, good to go, let's open up all market, but that's not where we're at, that's where we're working to. I think, though, that everybody thinks that the focus is only on one particular market. No, I'm just saying let's open it up. The other work that is happening right now with the administration is how do we get the CNMI to be included in these trade agreements with Japan, with Korea.
Both Japan and Korea have trade agreements with the United States that could translate into travel subsidies for tourist travel to the CNMI. Another issue is cabotage restrictions.
What I'm particularly excited about is that Department of War is supporting these efforts. And for them, they're looking at it from the perspective that you do have troops coming into Guam and it's incredibly costly to go back to mainland USA, or it's impacting quality of life for our service members.
On the Workforce Development Panel, Dr. Galvin Guerrero, president of the Northern Marianas College.
What we're doing now at the college is we're responding to the short-term needs of our employers. And that means that we're taking all our programs and we're repackaging them as short-term certificate programs that have stackable credentials that will avail of the new Workforce Pell program from the federal government. So the college will continue doing what it's always done, and that is to take what we have, adapt it to meet the workforce needs of the CNMI.
On the same panel, Layla Staffler, Department of Labor.
That is definitely what labor is here to do, is provide opportunities for businesses to get a return on their investment through our programs at the Department of Labor Workforce Investment Agency. We are able to support businesses in finding ways to train and upskill their current staff, and also bring on new trainees to replace the people who might move up. I think it's always good to have a lot of different voices and hear a lot of great ideas, so that it might stimulate some different kinds of decisions and opportunities that maybe we're not seeing if they didn't have the time to get together and collaborate on solutions.
Multiple collaborations continue throughout the day.
A local man is found not guilty in a sexual abuse case in Superior Court. The jury trial that began on March 2nd ended yesterday for 40-year-old Justin Diaz. Diaz was charged with sexual abuse of a minor in the second degree and disturbing the peace. Investigators say on the night of August 22 and early morning of August 23 in the year 2023, police responded to a call. At the San Vicente residence, the victim whispered to police officers, "Can you get me out of here? I don't feel safe." Police say on that night the victim was crying and shaking when approached by Diaz. In an interview with the Division of Youth Child Protective Services, the victim stated being sexually abused by Diaz and said it wasn't the first time. Diaz was arrested that night while the victim was transported to the Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation. But during the trial, the story changed, and the victim formally withdrew allegations through a letter to the defense team and testimony in court, claiming fabrication to the original statement. Yesterday in court, the jury of 6 came back from deliberations and rules both counts for Diaz as not guilty. Defendant Justin Diaz shortly after the decision.
The statement, tell us how you feel after you got the...
I appreciate the jury. I just want to say thank you to the jury.
Can you explain it all, how some of the DNA evidence got onto...
I prefer not to talk about it. Thank you.
Chief Prosecutor Chester Hines on his initial thoughts after the trial.
That's a tough one. You know, this was a tough case. The victim in this case was recanting, which means that she, took back her original allegations. But we did have DNA in this case, so I'm not exactly sure what the jurors saw or what they didn't see. The DNA to me was very compelling. That was the reason why we took this case to trial. I feel saddened for the victim in this case because she's been put through a lot, and she's been put in a position to where she had to recant what happened. But I feel like we tried our best. This is, the whole office worked hard to get this done, and unfortunately the jurors didn't see it my way.
Hines says DNA evidence was presented to the jurors.
They did see the DNA evidence, actually. There was his semen was found on her panties. Her DNA, the victim in this case, was found on his underwear. So I don't know exactly what the jurors saw, what they can see.
That sounds like some open and shut kind of evidence. Does that mean that you're going to appeal this decision?
We can't. It's once the jurors find not guilty, then that's it.
Representing Diaz in the case, Assistant Public Defender Emily Thompson.
We appreciate the jury and we appreciate the outcome, and other than that, I have nothing to say.
The ex-police officer accused of assault is in court for a preliminary hearing. Ex-officer Earl Borja, out on $20,000 bail, is back in Judge Joseph Camacho's courtroom today for a preliminary hearing. Borja is accused of detaining, then beating a mentally ill panhandler in the face with a retractable baton. In today's hearing, Chief Investigator for the Attorney General's Office, Ikyuk Masayos, testifies about meeting with the victim's father and the victim himself. Masayos claims the victim told him that, after being taken into custody, he asked to be driven to Kagman, but instead was driven to the abandoned La Fiesta Mall, where he was beaten and left injured and alone. As the preliminary hearing continues, we will have more information in the coming days. And in another twist to the story, Officer Elijah Villar, the accompanying officer in the Earl Borja case, has tendered his resignation from the police force. According to DPS, his resignation will take effect on May the 5th.
A federal judge has dismissed a lawsuit filed by Star Marianas Air against Southern Airways Express and others over a controversial inter-island airline contract in the CNMI.
The lawsuit centered on a government agreement signed during the administration of former Governor Ralph Torres to subsidize flights between Saipan, and ROWDY, and Guam. Southern Airways launched quickly and with big fanfare at this party held at this local hotel located near the airport. Star Marianas Air claimed Southern Airways used that government contract to unfairly compete in the local airline market, accusing the company of violating federal antitrust laws and trying to drive Star Marianas out of business. But in a decision issued by the U.S. District Court for the Northern Mariana Islands, the judge ruled that the lawsuit did not contain enough facts to support these claims. The court said documents included in the complaint actually suggested the CNMI government's goal was to increase flight options and improve reliability, particularly after concerns about limited inter-island service. Because of that, the judge dismissed the case, though Star Marianas has been given the option to amend the complaint and try again. The service did not last long. The ruling comes after Southern Airways has already left the CNMI following the government's decision to stop paying under the subsidy contract that had been approved during the Torres administration. For now, Star Marianas continues to operate inter-island service in the CNMI while the legal battle over the former subsidy deal may not be finished yet.
A young pedestrian is sent to the hospital despite using the proper walkway. The Department of Public Safety reports an auto pedestrian accident in CHALAN, PIAO near Hopwood Middle School. DPS says they received the call at approximately 4:38 p.m. on Tuesday, March 10. Investigators say while the southbound vehicle stopped for the pedestrian at the marked crosswalk, the northbound vehicle struck the victim when the pedestrian ran across. The Department of Fire and Emergency Medical Services transported the pedestrian to the Commonwealth Healthcare Center. Reports from medical personnel say the pedestrian sustained a fracture to the right arm and a head injury. DPS reports that the weather conditions at the time of the incident was rainy with a wet roadway surface. This afternoon, DPS Public Information Officer Fred Sato says the pedestrian is a 14-year-old male who is in stable condition, and the driver is a 39-year-old male whose vehicle was towed and impounded as investigations continue. DPS urges pedestrians to use designated crosswalks and to wait for vehicles to come to a complete stop before crossing, and for motorists to exercise caution, particularly during inclement weather, while remaining alert for pedestrians using marked crosswalks.
Coming up, 2 tourists and a justice walk out of an airport. Welcome to Saipan.
And Disability Awareness Month, a march, a walk, and a roll down Beach Road. Next, you want to see this?
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
The new Big Arch sauce is so delicious. You'll wonder if they named the sauce after the burger or the burger after the sauce. The Big Arch, the most McDonald's burger yet. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
When family comes to visit, send them to family. Mariana's Trekking, Saipan's original adventure crew, trusted by locals for 25 years. We'll keep them busy. Go-karts, ATVs, buggies, even grotto snorkeling. You? Well, you get your living room back. Or better yet, you can come too. Mariana's Trekking, 25 years, local, trusted, family. Send your family to family. We'll take it from here.
At Mariana's Beach Resort, come to the edge of the ocean and experience the best sunsets on Saipan at Skipper's Beach Bar. Open daily from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m., Skipper's is the perfect place to unwind with great friends, great weather, and stunning ocean views. And every hour is happy hour with $3.99 craft draft beer, local food specials, and live music. Bring a friend or make some new ones. Skipper's is where memories are made. Skipper's Beach Bar, the best sunsets, the best fun. Come join us tonight. See you at the beach.
When I think of you sometime, want to spend some time with you, just the two of us.
Welcome back. You're watching the Wednesday night edition of the Channel 2 News.
Visitors from near and far are happy to be here. Welcome to Saipan. Travelers coming in to Saipan International Airport indulge in the beauty of our island. Ryo and Koki are here for about 4 days on spring break. This is how they heard about Saipan.
インスタグラムを見ていて、サイパンの素晴らしい景色を見れるリールが流れてきて、それでいいなと思って来ました。
お父さんとお母さんの新婚旅行の話を聞いて来たいなと思いました。
Although our Japanese guests are here for the first time, they hope for more connection between our islands.
日本人にとってサイパンっていうのは多少馴染みがないところかもしれませんけど、このテレビがきっかけとなって、2国の日本とサイパンの親善が深まればいいなと思っています。
一目見てサイパンはいい国だと分かったので、ぜひみんな来た方がいいと思います。
Rinko is here on vacation from Kyoto, Japan. Social media was also her reason for visiting.
インスタグラムのインスタグラマーの投稿を見てきました。
It's also her first time here and she's here for 3 nights. The ocean and the history of World War II piques her interest.
海が綺麗なので海が見たいのと、あと戦跡地を巡りたいと思ってます。
Social media has its reach, but there's nothing like experiencing the Marianas firsthand.
着いた瞬間にすごい綺麗な景色が広がっていて、綺麗な海が見ることができたので嬉しいです。
Justice Robert Torres is in from the island of Guam. He's here overnight for cases in Saipan, working on oral arguments at the Guma Justicia.
I love coming to Saipan and to the rest of the islands. It's a wonderful time and the people are tremendous and it's always good to be here. Great restaurants and of course always good to share ideas with your colleagues.
He's been coming back and forth between the islands ever since.
Well, it's a beautiful island for sure, and I've enjoyed coming here since I was a little kid and always look forward to being here and enjoying the hospitality of the Chamorro people here. Si Dios mas y Dios.
Nikki Do Castillo is also coming in from Guam.
I like to travel back and forth, so I like to I like to come to the island to relax, enjoy the beaches, different scenery that they have here in Saipan versus in Guam.
She's originally from Guam, but says she used to work in Saipan for a short period of time.
I really like the restaurants here, and I really like the beaches here. Everything is so nice, so peaceful.
Any particular restaurant that you usually find yourself going back to?
Okay, so I really like Cafe 670 for their coffee. I really like Angry Penny. I don't know what else. There's a lot.
So is the food right? And how about any beaches? Like any particular favorite that you have? Or
I like Micro Beach. Yeah.
Whether you're here for the first time, visiting from Japan, visiting from Guam, back again on one of the many trips, welcome back, welcome home, and welcome to Saipan.
Know me by my abilities, not my disabilities. It's a walk and a roll down Beach Road. On this Developmental Disability Awareness Month, a march, a walk, and a roll. Susan Sator and Tiana Babauta.
We are the Center for Living Independently in the CNMI for people with disabilities. And we have NMPASI, we have DD Council, we have Medicaid. We have a lot of our partners here that are on the Disability Network. And they're here to, this month is Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month, DDAM.
And as the group travels down Beach Road attracting attention, one sign says, "Know me by my abilities, not my disabilities."
We're like family.
That's beautiful. The Center for Independent Living is available to all families in the CNMI.
We have about 260,
even more,
in the home,
yes,
and then we have about 80 that come on different days to the center. So we serve about, how many would you?
A little over 330, and it's increasing daily.
And how many more are in need of your service?
A lot. We're out there, we're trying to get to know. We also have a Veteran Direct Care Program. You want to talk on the Veteran Direct Care Program?
The Veteran Direct Care Program is for veterans who need independent services, and if they would like those kind of services, definitely check their primary care provider. And we're also serving students with disabilities, those transitioning from high school into their independent life. So big capture.
How do the families find you?
Well, our numbers are everywhere, but it's 670-322-4304 and 4303. We're located in Capitol Hill, building number 1365 and 1366.
If you need services in Tinian and Rhoda, please do call our Saipan office and we can direct you to our staff in Tinian and Rhoda.
And the march continues along Beach Road Path.
Disabilities are here all year. Our voices are heard, are strong. We're here all year.
Are you the one on the
news?
KSPN?
Yeah.
Dan Shore?
Yeah.
That's your name?
Yes.
Oh,
It's nice.
Taurus.
Nick, nice to meet you, Nick. It's beautiful to be outside today.
Yeah. It's a great day.
Coming up in sports, Mr. Logan Mister needs a mister to cool himself off after his beach volleyball victory in California. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss this.
Hafade Zantiro. I'm Leo Pangilinan with the Northern Marianas Humanities Council. We'd like to take a moment to thank our generous sponsors who have made possible the many programs in our community like this show. We couldn't have done it without them. And if you value the work we do and would like to make a contribution to our efforts, we ask that you consider making an in-kind or cash contribution to the Northern Marianas Humanities Council. Any amount is appreciated, and donations of up to $5,000 qualify for an educational tax credit. We appreciate your partnership and support. Sidus Maasi, Olomai, and thank you.
This year, it's not about resolutions, it's about results. Gold's Gym is launching the 2026 Transformation Challenge, a 12-week total transformation. Professional guidance, real accountability, measurable results. Exclusive group training, member-only perks, and a community pushing you forward. And it leads to big rewards, $1,000 cash and a free year at Gold's Gym. Registration open now and the challenge starts January 19th. Gold's Gym 2026, the Transformation Challenge. Put in the work, own the change. Gold's Gym, Garapan.
Just a short flight from Saipan, adventures calling from Guam. Guam Adventures at Leo Palace has a perfect mix of thrills and sightseeing this holiday season. Check out our off-road adventure where the trails splash, spin, and roar. And for our NMI residents, after you ride, cool off with a free water park pass at Leo Palace Resort and enjoy 20% off lunch because adventure works up an appetite. So whether it's a weekend escape or a layover to remember, make it count with Guam Adventures. Book now and turn your trip into a thrill. And yes, we'll even pick you up. Book now at guamadventures.com.
Welcome to Marianas Beach Resort, and now welcome to Marianas Coffee. Indulge in the rich, smooth taste of classic coffee, or treat yourself to one of our signature creations with the best coffee roasted right here in Saipan. Craving something fun? Try our cracking marshmallow milkshake, or one of our refreshing milk teas. Stay cool with locally grown lemongrass lemonade, the perfect tropical twist. Pair your drink with our delicious cakes, desserts, sandwiches, and salads freshly made just for you. And with super fast Wi-Fi, it's the perfect place to work or unwind. Marianas Coffee at Marianas Beach Resort, where great coffee meets great style.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas sports fans! A local volleyball phenom continues to win tournaments in the countdown to the Pacific Games slated for 2027 in Tahiti. Logan Mister, who teamed up with Andrew Johnson to medal in the Pacific Mini Games in Saipan and the Pacific Games in Solomon Islands, continues to train on the West Coast in his quest for AVP points. After winning a tournament in Florida earlier this year, Mr. recently won the HIGHLINE tournament in Southern California with current partner ROWDY LENNON. Let's take a look at some of the beach action as Mr. and Lennon cemented a place in the finals and then won the whole tournament.
Come on, Brian! Yeah!
4-year-old Mister is traditionally the blocker up at the net. The 6'5" Mister was born on Saipan and played a variety of sports growing up before heading to the University of Hawaii in pursuit of a degree and some volleyball chops. It was in Hawaii that he got really serious about the beach game and is now intent on making it a career. It's not an easy path, but he has the skills and the ability to make a mark, and he continues to represent the Marianas across the Pacific and the nation. Mr. and Johnson are expected to team up in Tahiti in their pursuit for a gold medal. The odds are with them.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Here's the weather. The National Weather Service forecasts more wet weather, CNMI, with a 70% chance of isolated showers and thunderstorms and low temperatures of around 78 degrees for tonight. Tomorrow, Thursday, stays wet with a continued 70% chance of raindrops falling on your head. High temperatures of around 85 degrees and dropping to around 79 degrees in the evening hours. A continuing flood watch is in effect, CNMI, so be careful in low-lying coastal areas. The sun has set at 6:27 p.m. and will rise again tomorrow morning at 6:27 a.m. That is exactly 12 hours after the sun had set, and for your information, it is called an equinox. Not to be confused with a spring equinox, which will occur in about a week's time. In the New York community, equinox is when half the bagel is covered with lox and the other is covered with schmear. And I will see you in the water or at the deli.
Well, that's news, sports, and weather. Thank you for joining us, CNMI.
Does Logan Mister have a sister?
Oh.
We'll see you again on Friday.
I think he only has brothers.
Oh. All the misters and the misters.